So you just finished building your WordPress website for a client, but you have no idea how to deliver it to them. Well, in this video, I'm gonna show you guys how you can deliver a WordPress website to a client like a pro. Our goal here is to make the transition of the website to the client as smooth as possible so that they can jump in and effortlessly manage their new site, even if they've never used WordPress before. I'm gonna show you guys how to make your own custom WordPress dashboard so that your client has a much easier way of editing the website. You're also gonna be able to customize this dashboard however you want, but I'm just gonna use a template for you guys to save some time. And then after that, I'm gonna show you guys how to make a custom login page with a cool background image as well as their company logo. Next, I'm gonna show you guys how to install Google Analytics onto their site and then present it on the WordPress dashboard so they can pay attention to their metrics whenever they need to. And just in case your client has other team members that need access to the website, I'm gonna show you guys how to add new users and assign roles to those users on the website. I'm even gonna show you guys how you can create a professional looking tutorial video like the one you're watching right now that you can have included in your final package where you fully explain the back end of the website for the client. And then after that, I'm gonna show you guys how to do maintenance on every single website that you're managing using one software so that you can make any changes you need to all in one place. And then at the very end, I'm gonna show you guys how to draft your final email to your client, which is gonna include everything else they're gonna need regarding the website moving forward. By preparing all of this for your client, you are sure to amaze them with a certain level of professionalism. And they're gonna be glad that they chose to work with you. Now, I'm really excited to get started, but before we move into step number one, I wanted to answer a really important question that I see all the time. Are you supposed to purchase the web hosting for your client, or do you have them purchase it? The best way to approach this is to let them know in your proposal how much the hosting and domain is gonna cost when you're quoting them the cost of the entire website. You can also enter in some kind of a clause into the contract or the proposal that states that you're not gonna use the credit card information for anything other than building the website. Now, after you do this, it's perfectly normal for you to ask for their email and credit card information so that you can set up the domain and hosting for them. You should expect your client to know the first thing about trying to set up a domain name and web hosting, so it's important that you're in control. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with the first step, which is making a custom WordPress dashboard. And to do that, we're gonna go over here to the plugins tab on the left-hand side and then click on Add New. I'm gonna open it up on a new tab just like this because I always like having a dashboard to go back to. So from here, we're gonna go over to the search plugins bar right here and look for Dashboard for Elementor. All right, and it's gonna be this one right here, Dashboard Welcome for Elementor. So we're gonna click on Install Now and then click on Activate. All right, so now we have the plugin downloaded. Now we can actually download the template that I created for you guys. It's down in the description of this video, so you guys can download it whenever you need to. So in order to actually upload it to your website, we're gonna go over here to Templates, and then we're gonna click on Saved Templates right here. And from here, we're gonna go up to the Import Templates button right here. And then you can choose the file. So after you download it from the description of this YouTube video, all you have to do is just click on Choose File right here and find where you have it on your computer. And we're gonna click on Open. And then you can click on Import Now. All right, and now before we go in and edit this template with Elementor, there's one thing that we have to do. We have to click on Quick Edit, just like this, and we want to change the template from default template all the way down to Elementor full width. That way, all the changes we make inside of Elementor is going to be the full width of the screen. So it's not just going to be boxed into the center, it will be the full width of the template. So with that change made, we can click on Update right here, and now we can edit with Elementor. All right, and so now you're gonna be seeing the dashboard right in front of us, and we've got these 6 different buttons right here that we're gonna start hooking up to different parts of our website. But the first thing we're gonna do is add the company logo of whoever your client is right up here. So I made sure that I left a blank image icon right here so that you guys can click on it, and all you have to do is insert your image. And so you can go to Upload Files and select files from your computer, just like this. Or if you already have it built into the website, you can just use the media library, which I'm gonna do right here. And so this is the logo for the website that is downloaded here, so Sierra Nature. I'm gonna click on Insert Media, and just like that, their logo is gonna pop up in the top center, which I think looks really good. From here, you can click on Update to save your work in the bottom left corner, because it's always important to save your work as you go so that if for some reason you get disconnected, you still have all of the changes that you just made. So now that we have the logo up in the top center, we can go ahead and start hooking up these different buttons. And of course, you guys can customize these icons to be whatever you want. You can also change the font of the text and everything. All you have to do is just click on the icon box right here, which that's what it is an icon box widget, you can see. And you guys can change the icon if you want to, so you can pick whatever you want. And you can also change the font right here, and you can type out whatever you want. And then you can also go over to the Style tab, and you can change things like the color, which is this right here. So that will change the color of the icon. And you can also change the title typography right here. So still under the Style tab, you've got the icon and the text. And so if you click here, you can go down to typography and you can change things like the font, the size, the weight, which is how thick the text is, all of that stuff. I built this template so that it's pretty standard that you can use on every website you ever build. All you have to do is download it, link up the buttons, and you're done. But if you guys want to customize the colors or something like that, I just wanted to show you that you can. First thing we're going to do is link up each one of these buttons. And the way that we're going to do that is we have to delete the link that's currently in here because I built this offline, obviously. And we're going to insert the links that actually hook up to your website. So let's go ahead and get started with the first one, which is customize my homepage. And so if they want to customize their homepage, we want this button to instantly open up their homepage inside of Elementor. And so the way that we do that is we'll go back to the dashboard. And this is why it's important to have a dashboard tab open so that you can be making changes and still go back and grab your links when you need to. Now, if you didn't have a second tab open like this, you can always exit to your WordPress dashboard by clicking on this hamburger icon right here. And then you can click on exit and it's going to ask, where do you want to go? And you'll say, I want to go to my WordPress dashboard, and then click apply. And so it's going to ask, do you want to leave? And I'm going to say yes, leave. And there we go. Now we're back on our WordPress dashboard. So I'm going to close out of that tab and I'm going to reopen the template. So we'll go over to templates on a new tab, and make sure you do that so that we can bounce back and forth between the two. Okay. So now that we have the save templates open, we'll click on edit with Elementor again. Perfect. And so now what we need to do is edit this button again. So I'm just going to click on it or click on the blue pencil icon, and we have to put our link right here. Let's go over to our WordPress dashboard and basically do what the button tells us. So if it wants us to customize the homepage, we're going to go up and open our website up and actually customize the homepage. So we're going to open the website up on a new tab just like this. And then I'm going to click on edit with Elementor. And then once it's all done loading, what you're going to want to actually do is copy this URL right here. So copy the whole thing, and then you're going to go back to Elementor and paste it as the link for this button right here. And so now we can click on update to save our work just like this. And let's go ahead and test it. So I'm going to close out of this tab right here, and we'll go and preview the changes of this template. And so now whenever your client opens up their WordPress dashboard and clicks on customize, it's instantly going to open up Elementor on their homepage so they can actually customize their homepage. And this is going to be really easy. So instead of having to find out how they go from here, open up their website and click on edit with Elementor, you're making it really simple with one button. So they just click on customize and they're editing and it's ready to go. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, which is to edit or create a page. And you guessed it, we're going to go and actually pretend like we're going to edit or create a page. So we'll go over here and we're going to open up our pages tab right here. And so now they can add a new page or they can edit a current page. So this is what we're going to take. So we'll take this hyperlink up here, highlight the whole thing, Control or Command C, and we'll come over and edit this button. And we're going to change this link to the link that we just copied, Control or Command V, and we'll click on update to save our work. And I could keep previewing to show you guys that every time we do this, it's going to work, but we'll just show at the very end. So let's keep going. So now we're going to say start a new blog post. So we can click on this button to edit it. We'll go back over here to that tab and we'll click on our posts page. And so this is where they can see all of them and add new ones. So if they want to start a new blog post, we actually want to click on the add new button just like this. And you can close out of that. So from here, we're going to copy this hyperlink, Control or Command C, and we'll paste it on this button, Control or Command V, just like that. And then we'll click on update to save our work. Now, if you want this button to, instead of opening a new page like this, only take them to this blog post page, then maybe instead of saying start a new blog post, you might want to just say edit blog posts or edit posts or something like that. And then when they take this or they click on this button, it would just take them to this page, which is where they can see all of the current posts as well as add new. Kind of similar to what we did with the pages, where instead of taking them straight to add new page, this can edit or create new. So I just wanted to show you guys that if you wanted to, all you would have to do is just change the text right here and then have the button link to a different place. Does that make sense? So now we're done with this. Let's go over here to my profile and we're going to edit the button just like we have with the previous buttons. So we'll say edit button just like this. And we'll go over here. And so basically editing my profile, what we're going to do is we'll go over to users just like this and we'll say profile right here. And so this is just going to open them up on whatever profile they actually have open. So we will copy this URL, Control or Command C. And we'll go over here to my profile, edit the button, and Control or Command V. And then you can click on update to save your work. All right, next we have the media button. So we're gonna edit the button again. We'll say edit, and we'll go over here to our WordPress dashboard again. And so from the WordPress dashboard, to open media, you'll just open the media tab right here. And so this is how they can manage the different media that's on their website, whether it be videos or images. And so we're just gonna copy this link and paste it into our button. And lastly, we have add new user. So we're gonna click on the button to edit this one. And we'll go over here to our tab again, and we'll go over to users and click on add new. Or if you clicked on users, you can click on add new up here as well. But from here, this is the add new user button, and so, or the page. And so we'll just copy this URL and paste it here. And then I'm gonna click on update to save my work. So we have finished editing this template. Now there's one other thing that I wanted to show you guys. You can take the same link that's on this button and also apply it to this icon so that if the client clicks on this icon, it'll also take them to the same place that this button does. I'm not gonna do that, but if you guys want to, all you guys have to do is click on the little edit icon right here, and it'll open up the link, or excuse me, the icon box. And then from here, you can go down to link, and this is where you would paste the exact same link that's on the button. So what I would do is open the button first, copy this link, Control or Command C, and then you would click on the icon and just paste it right here, Control or Command V. And then you guys can do the same thing by pasting this link here, paste this link here, paste this link here. You guys get the idea, and you go across. I'm not gonna do it because I'd prefer them just click on the button, but I just wanted to show you guys that you can. So when you're done, click on update to save your work. Next, at the very bottom, we have a little additional help section. So over here on the left-hand side, I've pasted a video. So if you click on this, it's just a video widget, and it's a link to one of my videos, which is an essential WordPress website tutorial with Elementor. So basically how you would create a website with Elementor, that's what this tutorial is. And so if they want, they can try and figure it out themselves by watching this. Or over here on the right-hand side, you can tell them to ask you a question about the site. So let's enter in a contact form right here. And so the way that you would enter in a contact form is first you have to create one. So we'll go back to the dashboard and we'll go over here to your WP forms. And you'll notice that there's already a contact form created, and this usually comes with most templates that you download, which I downloaded a website template just so that I would have a, example website for you guys to edit. So we'll use this one, but if you want, you guys can customize it however you want. All you would have to do is click on edit right here. And from here, you're inside of WP Forms. And so you can change this from your name, email, subject, and message. You could just say something like your name, phone number, and message. And the way that you do that is it's very easy. You can just drag and drop widgets in here. So if you want to add something like let's say another email box, you can just drag it in and place it wherever you want. And so now you can see there's 2 email boxes. You can also drag and drop and reorder everything if you want to, just like this. And then if you ever want to remove something, you just hover over it and click on delete. And so just like that, you can kind of create your own contact form by dragging in whatever you want. So if I wanted to enter in a phone number, I could drag it in right over the email, and then I can click on it and I can change the text right here. So what if I wanted to say phone number? Whenever you're done making the changes, which I'm actually going to remove phone number, you can go over here and click on save. And then when you're done and want to go back to your WordPress dashboard, you just click on the X button right here. Now, what you can do from here is we can actually take this contact form and put it inside of your WordPress welcome dashboard. And so the way that you do that, the old way is you would take the short code right here, but now all you have to do is click on the WordPress or the WP Forms widget. And over here on the left-hand side, it's automatically going to read all of the forms that you have. And so you'll see contact form 1, which is right here. And if we click on it, it's automatically going to insert it right here. So now from the client's WordPress dashboard, they have all of these easy buttons right here that they can edit different parts of their website if they want. And then if they have any questions, they can just scroll on down and try to fix it themselves by watching a tutorial, or they can get in contact with you by sending you an email asking you for help. So it's pretty easy, very professional. I think this looks great. Now, the last thing that you want to do is make sure that this contact form is actually sending emails to you. So let's go ahead and click on update to save our work. And we're done with editing the template, so we don't need to be in here anymore. We can actually close out of this one. From here on WP Forms, over here on the left-hand side, we're gonna edit the contact form one more time. And from here, we'll go to the settings tab on the left, and then we'll drop down to notifications. And so from here, you'll notice that send to an email address, it's gonna be email@example.com. We wanna make sure that we switch this to your correct business email. So you would go ahead and delete this and put in whatever email you want, just like this. And then you can click on save. And now whenever someone enters in the contact form and then clicks on the submit button, it's going to send directly to my email. All right, so now that you're done, we can click on the X button and go back to our WordPress dashboard. I'm actually gonna close out of this tab completely. And now we're back on our WordPress dashboard just like this. Now, how do we actually get the template that we just built onto our actual WordPress dashboard? Well, it's really easy. We're gonna go over here to the left-hand side. Under the settings tab over here on the dashboard, we've got at the very bottom, we've got dashboard welcome Elementor. Now, before I click on this, I'm actually just gonna refresh the page one more time to make sure that all the changes that I've made so far are updated and ready to go. Because we've made a lot of changes while leaving this tab open on different tabs. So we were over here making changes on this tab, and this one's just been sitting here pretty stagnant. So I wanna make sure I refresh the page. So now we can go to the settings tab and drop down to dashboard for Elementor. Open it up on a new tab. So this is pretty simple. We're trying to find out who gets to see the dashboard we just created. So what I usually do is just set it to where everyone uses the exact same template. So this basically, the template we just edited is gonna show up for everyone, not just the administrator. So I'm gonna select for everyone just like this. Perfect. And then click on Save Changes right here when you're done. So now everyone, no matter what their role is, can see this template. If you left one of these blank, for instance, the subscriber, which actually you could if you wanted to, you could leave it on select like this and click on Save Changes. Now everyone who logs into the website can see this except for if their role is a subscriber. And you guys can check out different roles on WordPress. You guys can do your own research there. I would recommend just having it available for everyone so that everyone can see it. We'll click on Save Changes. Now over here on the right-hand side, you've got this is dismissible checkbox. And so basically what this means is if you check it, you'll see that there's a little X button right here where they can dismiss your template, your welcome dashboard. I would recommend not allowing this. That way they can't remove it by accident. And then they have no way of knowing how to customize their website or get in contact with you. So I wouldn't even want this there in case they accidentally dismiss it. So I'm gonna click on uncheck that box and click on Save Changes. So now that we've done this, we can go ahead and close out and go back to our WordPress dashboard and refresh the page again. Perfect. And just like that, you should see your WordPress dashboard now showing the template that we just created, which is pretty cool. Now, if you're not seeing this, you can go over here to the top right corner and see screen options right here. You want to make sure that welcome box is checked. Now, right now, dashboard welcome for Elementor has set it to where it automatically checks this box. But again, if you don't see your template here, just click on screen options and make sure that this box is checked. Okay, but it did it automatically. So now we have the custom WordPress dashboard on our WordPress dashboard, which is pretty cool. All right, and upon saving our work, we can scroll on down and finish up the very bottom of the template. And so over here on the left-hand side, what I did was inserted a video widget. And so if you click on it, you'll see it's a video widget. And I've got the link to one of my videos here in the description. And it's basically how to make a WordPress website with Elementor. It's a step-by-step tutorial on how to build a website like the one that you're probably sending to your client right now. So that being said, on the left-hand side, they've got a tutorial where they can try and figure it out themselves if they have an issue. And then over here on the right-hand side, we've got contact information for you. So over here, we've got an icon list. If you click on it, over here on the left for the icon list, we've got these two widgets. One is your email and one would be your phone number. And so you got to make sure you come in here and insert your real email rather than this fake email right here. I just kind of entered that as a, your developer email at example.com. So you can change the text right here. And then you can also change the phone number. So you would type in your real phone number. That way your client can get in touch with you the second they have an issue. And then right below, it tells them what to include. So tell me your name, your email, your domain name, and a detailed description of the question or issue that you're experiencing. All you would have to do down here is change this little contact information snippet right here. Okay, and then when you're done making those changes, make sure you click on update to save your work, and then we can close out of this Elementor tab and just go back to our WordPress dashboard. Now, from here, how do we get the template that we just created up onto your WordPress dashboard? Well, it's really simple. First, make sure you refresh the page. That way, we're making a lot of changes over here on this different tab. And so this one's just been sitting here stagnant. I want to make sure it's up to date. Now you're going to go over to the settings tab on the left-hand side and you'll see dashboard welcome for Elementor. So we're going to click on this guy and open it up on a new tab. And from here, we've just got two options. That's it. Selecting the template and is it dismissible? So over here on the left-hand side, selecting the template. What you're doing right now is choosing which roles are going to be able to see the template. So right now I'm logged in as my admin account. So I want to be able to see it on my admin account. So I'm going to choose the template right there. Now, what I would recommend is just letting everyone see this template. So editors, authors, contributors, everyone. Doesn't matter what the role is, it'll always pop up on their dashboard. I'm just going to select it for everyone, but this is where you guys can customize who can see it and who can't. Now, over here on the right-hand side, we can decide whether or not it is dismissible or not. And so what this means is if you go back to your WordPress dashboard, if you check this box, you're basically going to allow them to have this dismiss button right here where they can click on it and close it and make it disappear. They're dismissing your dashboard. I would recommend not having that here because the dashboard is for their ease of use and for helping them. So if they accidentally dismiss it and they don't know how to get it back, that could be a problem. I would recommend leaving this unchecked, but if you want, you can check the box. When you're done making your changes, just click on Save Changes and that's it. We're going to go back to our WordPress dashboard now. So let's close out of this tab. We'll go back to our WordPress dashboard. And just like that, your new custom dashboard is displaying on your client's WordPress dashboard. So I think this looks so professional. Rather than having all of these different widgets down here that they have no idea what they do or how to do them, they've got this dashboard. It's got their company logo right here. It's got all of these buttons that take them to different portions of the website. And then down below, it's got this contact information and help, so that if they need a tutorial, they have it over here, and then they can contact you if they need it over here. So I think this looks fantastic. Now, by the way, if you're not seeing this template right here, it's okay. All you have to do is go up to the top right corner and click on Screen Options. make sure that this checkbox is checked for the welcome checkbox, okay? Because if not, instantly you see how it disappears and all I'm seeing is my regular WordPress dashboard. You have to check the box and then it's gonna appear. And then you can close out of screen options just like this. And then now that you have it up, but of course, before you send it to the client, make sure all your buttons work. So let's open them all up on a new tab. So customize my homepage should open up my homepage inside of Elementor, and it does. Now I can open up this button and it's gonna take me to the pages button, just like this. And so if I wanna start a new blog post, you'll see that it's gonna open me up to edit a new blog post and so on. If I open this one up, it's gonna take me to my profile. And then if I take this one, it's gonna open me up to my media, just like that. And last but not least, adding a new user, and it's good to go. So all of the buttons work, we're good to go here. And again, all they would have to do is click on customize and it's just gonna instantly open them to exactly where they need to go. So it's incredibly user-friendly for a client who doesn't know anything about web design like you do. So that's pretty cool. All right, so step number 2 is to create that custom login page that I was talking about in the intro of the video. And it's gonna look a little bit like this. It's pretty cool. You've got your image in the background and then you can also have the company logo right here. So let me show you guys how I did that right now. From your WordPress dashboard, we're gonna go ahead and add a new plugin to your website. So we'll go over here to the plugins tab and then click on add new right here. Again, I always open it up on a new tab. From here, we're gonna go over to the search bar and look for something called white label. It's gonna be this first option right here, white label CMS with this cool logo right here. So we're gonna click on install now and then click on activate. All right, so now that we've installed and activated the plugin, we can go over to the settings tab and right below, or it's gonna be above the dashboard welcome Elementor, we're gonna click on white label CMS right here. Now, you'll be dragged to this page right here. It starts on the branding tab. If you did have some kind of a before page, there should be a skip button right up here in the top right corner. But if not, you'll be taken right in here to the settings. So instead of the branding tab, we're actually going to go to the login tab just like this because we want to edit the login page. So from here, it's pretty simple. We're just going to upload a login logo right here. So all you have to do is click on upload right here and then you can pick your logo. And so I'm going to choose either my dark one or my bright one, but I'm going to choose the white one because I'm about to put it onto a dark image background. So I'm going to click on this one right here and click on insert to post. And then we can go down a little bit further and you'll see background image. And so this is where we're going to upload our background image. And I'll just use one that came from the website. So let's try this one and I'll say insert into post. And then another thing that's really important is make sure you check this little toggle switch right here that says full screen background. That way it stretches your background image to the full size of your website. So whenever you're done uploading your background image and your login logo, you can click on the save button right here in the top right corner and you're good to go. Now there's two ways of previewing what we did. The first is scrolling down and right here you'll see live preview at the bottom of this this little section where we can edit the logo and background. And so if you click on live preview, it's going to open it up right here. And obviously this wouldn't be there if it was an actual preview, but now you can see Sierra Nature. So there's the logo and we've got this cool dark background image and then people can log in right here. You can click on this little X button to close out of the preview. And then you can also actually test this out by really logging out of your website. So you can hover in the top right corner over your name and then click on log out right here. And so just like that, we've logged out of the website. So now we have to log into the website just like we do anytime we want to edit it. And just like that, we're back into the website. So we'll close out of that here and we can also dismiss this as well. So that's pretty cool. The other thing I wanted to show you guys that you can do is you can also put the company logo up here on this side menu. So that's pretty neat. Let's go ahead and do that right now. We'll go over to the settings tab again and go back to white label CMS. And from here, instead of going to the login page, we're actually going to stick to the branding page this time. And all you have to do is scroll on down past the admin bar and we'll go down to the side menu branding right here. And so the side menu is this whole side menu right here. And so all we have to do is upload a side menu image. And so we'll do the same thing. We'll click on upload, we'll choose the white logo and we'll say insert to post, and then let's click on save. Perfect. And just like that, now the company logo is also displaying on the side menu right here. I think it just adds another personal touch that you're putting their company logo even in the back end of their website. So it just adds to that level of professionalism. So now that we're done with that, we can go back to our WordPress dashboard. So now it's time for step number 3, which is to install Google Analytics onto your website. And it's important to have Google Analytics on the site so that your client can go ahead and view all of the metrics on their website straight from the WordPress dashboard. So again, we're just adding more and more levels of professionalism when you're delivering the site. In order to download Google Analytics on your website, the first thing we're going to do is go up to a new tab and we're going to go to a website that's called analytics.google.com. Now from here, it might ask you to choose from different Google accounts if you're logged into multiple Google accounts, but I only have the one, so it's gonna take you to a welcome page that looks like this. From here, we have to create an account with Google Analytics first, and then we can hook it up to our website. So let's do that first. From here, we're gonna click on Start Measuring. And just so you guys know, you can have multiple Google Analytics accounts underneath your one Google account right here. So Google Analytics can have multiple inside of one Gmail account. Just want to give you guys a heads up. So for this account name, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and set this up with the name of the site. So we can just call this one Deliver Your Site, just as an example. And then you guys can scroll down and click on Next right here. And then from here, it's gonna ask for your property name. So again, I'm just gonna call this Deliver Your Site. All right, guys, so from here, we have to create a brand new account. And just a heads up, there can be multiple accounts inside of this one Google Analytics account. And I'll show you guys that in just a second. So when we create this one, I'll be able to show you the whole list where you can have multiple of these inside of your Google account. So don't worry. So for right now, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna hook this up to the website that we've been building. This title is just for you. So I'm gonna name this one Deliver My Site. Okay, and then from here, we're gonna scroll on down and then click on the next button right here. Okay, so next we have property setup. And so again, I'm just gonna title the property name, Deliver Your Site. And you can just make this the business name of whatever the website is for. So if this is, let's just say that this is Walmart's website, you could just title this Walmart, just so that you know that this website account is for Walmart's website. Does that make sense? So I'm just titling it the same thing as my website so that I know that in my Google Analytics, it's for that website. Okay, and then you can choose your time zone and everything here and then click on next. And then it's gonna ask you for some business information. And so you can select your industry category and you guys can pick whichever one your business or the website that you're building fits into, but I'm just gonna say other for now. And then you can talk about your business size, which I'll just say is small. And then you can talk about how you intend to use Google Analytics. And so I'm gonna check this one, which is to measure my customer engagement with my site or app. So now that we've done this, we can click on create. And now we have to accept the terms and conditions and stuff like that. And so I'm just gonna say I accept. Perfect. And from here, we're going to be taken to our Google Analytics dashboard just like this. And so it kind of looks like the same thing as like your Gmail and other stuff as well that you guys can go into. But what we're going to do is not even touch this page because we're in the settings tab. We're going to go over here to the home page. Okay, so now we actually have an active web analytics account. We have to first tell which website we're trying to hook this up to, and then we can go to our website and actually hook it up. So right now, we still haven't even put in our website URL, which is deliveryoursite.com. So we have to come over here and click on web because we're not making an Android app or an iOS app. We're making a website. So we're going to click on this one. And then it's going to ask for the website URL. And it's really simple. So all we got to do is come over here. We're going to open your website up on a new tab by just clicking on your name. Or I right click on it so that I can open it up on a new tab. And then from here, we've got your URL. So we're going to copy and paste it. So Control C and Control V, we'll put it over here. deliveryoursite.com, and then we can talk about the stream name. And so you'll notice that it says a valid website is needed because I put https:// twice. And so we're actually just going to remove that and put www. Just like that. So we've got our website URL right here. So now we can put in the stream name, which is just a unique name for this website URL. And so we're going to say it's Deliver Your Site. Just like that. All right, and then we can create a stream. And so now we have a stream, which is where the data is going to be coming from. And so now we can actually hook this up to your website. And so now the cool part is Google's been updated to the point where now all I have to do is put in my website URL right here, and I can scan for it, which it's going to find it because it's a legitimate URL. And then I can also choose the supported platform, which is WordPress. And these are two different plugins that we can use on WordPress. We're going to be using the Monster Insights plugin. And so normally what you would do is you'd go over here to the plugins tab. Let me just show you guys and open it up on a new tab here. And then from here, what we would have to do is go over here and search for Google Analytics or Monster Insights. And then we would have to install this plugin and then hook it up with Google. But Google is going to do it automatically for us right here. And so now all we have to do is put in our website URL right here, and we can click on scan and it'll look for our website, which it's a legitimate URL anyways, because we created the website, so we're good to go there. Then all you have to do is copy your tag ID right here. So you click on this little copy icon and it's going to say that it's been copied to your clipboard. So now what we can do is go back over to our dashboard, our WordPress dashboard, and we're going to go over here to the plugins tab and click on add new, which again, I'm going to open on a new tab. And from here, we can go over to the search bar and we're going to look for a plugin called Monster Insights. And it's going to be this option right here with the little purple monster. It's for Google Analytics dashboard for WordPress. And so we're going to click on install and then activate just like this. All right, so from here, we can connect Monster Insights and set up the website analytics. And so what we're gonna do is actually launch the wizard right here. And so now it's gonna ask which category best describes your website. And so we're gonna say it's a business website for now and click on Save and Continue. And next, what we have to do is click right here on Connect Monster Insights, and we're gonna be taken to their website where we can enter in the code that we just got. Right? And so now we're gonna choose the Google account that we need or that we selected. And then I'm gonna click on Allow. And so now we get to choose which one we're using, which there's only one. So it's going to be the Deliver Your Site account that we created. And then we can click on Complete Connection. All right, and once it's finished linking the account from your Google Analytics to your Monster Insights, all we got to do from here is just scroll on down and click on Save and Continue. And now it's going to ask which website features we would like to enable. We're just going to leave all of the default ones checked, go down and click on Continue. And just like that, our accounts are hooked up and ready to go. Now you'll see right here down below, it's going to ask if you want to upgrade to the Pro version, but we're just going to say complete setup without upgrading. All right, and just like that, congratulations, your Google Analytics account has been hooked up to your website. So now we can go over here to our WordPress dashboard and refresh the page. And then after refreshing the page, we can scroll all the way down and you'll see that now we have our Google Analytics live on our WordPress dashboard. And so what I'm gonna do is actually click and drag this, and I'm gonna scroll up and put it up top so that you can actually see it in the forefront right here. And then what you can do is actually minimize the rest of these if you really want to, just to clean up the WordPress dashboard, and then we're actually going to maximize the overview report as well. And so now what you'll want to do is make sure that you explain what sessions are, page views, durations and total users and things like that. You want to make sure you explain these kinds of things to your client when you deliver the website. Now, obviously it's going to take a little bit of time for Monster Insights to pull the information from your Google Analytics account. So they always tell you that it's within 24 hours. So sometimes these numbers can be a little bit behind. If you want the actual live numbers, you can go straight to your Google Analytics account, but for your client to be able to have a quick overview straight from the WordPress dashboard is a huge plus. All right, guys, so now that we have Monster Insights on the website, we can move on to step number 4, which is to add new user roles to your website. So maybe your client has multiple employees or people who work for them who need access to the website with different levels of permission. Well, we can do that. We can go over here to the left-hand side for users, and we can click on all users right here. So let's go ahead and open that up on a new tab, and then we can close out of these two as well because we don't need them anymore. So now we're under the users tab, and you'll see right here is a full list of all of the users that have access to the website. And right now there's only one, and it's mine because I'm the admin and I haven't created any yet. So anytime you want to add a new user, you can click on Add New up here in the top left corner. From here, you're going to enter in a username, which is required, and you can't change it after you create it, so make sure you choose wisely. And so we'll create a test account. Let's call him John. All right, so this is John's account, and then we can add an email for him. So this would be something like john@example.com, and then we would give him a first name and then a last name, just like this, so John Doe. And then we could give him a website, which is where we can actually take our website link. So I'm gonna open it up on a new tab again, and I'm gonna paste it right here. All right, so we have our website URL, and then we can generate a password, which it looks like it already has, but I'm gonna go ahead and delete this and just put in a basic password, which I know is probably the weakest password ever, but right now I'm just creating it so that John can log in and he can change his password to whatever he wants. But this way, I at least created the account, and all he has to do is just change his password. You have to confirm the use of a very weak password, so that's there. And then from here, we can send the user a notification that his new account has been created. I'm gonna leave that box checked. So basically, WordPress is gonna send an email to John's email, john@example.com, and it's gonna let him know that he just got a new account on this website, and it's going to tell him how to log in. The last thing that you get to do is choose the role. And so these were the permissions that I was talking about. Now, I've got a video on the channel that's coming out pretty soon that's going to explain what all of these roles do. But long story short, administrator is the highest rank, and he can pretty much edit everything on the website. And then in order going down this list, or essentially going up, so it's kind of upside down, is the editor, the author, the contributor, and the subscriber. And so the permissions get less and less as you go up this list. Subscribers basically being someone who can just log onto the website and look at it. That's pretty much it. So you guys can pick which role this person has, essentially choosing which permission they have. And so I'll just choose that this person is a contributor, so something like this. And then you can click on Add New User. And now you can see that the list is getting bigger. And so again, this is the list of all of the users that you have on your website. And then anytime you want to add a new user, you can just go over here to the left-hand side again and click on add new and repeat the whole process. And then anytime you want to remove a user, it's really easy. As the admin, when you're logged into your admin account, you can just go over here and hover over the name and then click on delete just like this. And it's going to ask, do you want to confirm? And you say yes, and you're done. And so that's how you can remove users from your website as well. So let's go back to the dashboard. Now you could create a Word document or a PDF file that just explains in text how to edit different portions of the website with screenshots and things like that. But I think a more personal touch would be to create a video tutorial where you explain topics while you're screen recording to show off what you're doing. Essentially the same thing as what I'm doing right here. You're watching a tutorial where all I'm doing is talking into a microphone and screen recording exactly what I'm doing on this WordPress dashboard as I do it. Now the way I would recommend doing this is by logging into a website called Loom, where you can screen record yourself while making changes to the website, and then you can share that video in the form of a link that they can access. And it's a really easy way of recording video and then sending it immediately. All right, so now we can move on to step number 6, which is how to do maintenance on other clients' websites. Now I want to show you guys a service called Manage WP, where you can basically manage all of your individual clients' websites. So everyone's website that you build, you can manage them all for one place, and it's really easy to do. So what we're going to do is go up to a new tab and literally search Manage WP. Just like this, managewp.com. It'll take you to a website that looks like this, and it's really easy to sign up. We're gonna go up here and click on sign up for free. All right, and then it's gonna ask for your email right here, and so I'm gonna go ahead and put mine in. All right, and then I'm gonna click on sign up right here, but first I have to enter in this code. And then we can click on this right here to agree to the terms of service. All right, and then you'll get taken to a page that looks like this, and from here, all we have to do is enter in our name. So we'll click next, and then it wants your last name, and we'll click next. And then from here, all we have to do is connect our website. So let's grab our website URL. I'm gonna open my page up on a new tab again. So this is my home page, just like that. All right, and then from here, it's gonna ask for your WordPress credentials, which instead of doing that, I'm gonna use a connection key instead. So I'm gonna click on this link right here. And so now it's gonna ask for a special code, and it's really easy to do. It's gonna ask us to download the Worker plugin onto our website. So let's go do that right now. We're gonna go back to our WordPress dashboard. We'll go to plugins and then click on add new right here. And then we're gonna look for Manage WP. And you'll see the first one that pops up is Manage WP Worker plugin right here. So we're gonna click on install now and activate. And then it's gonna take you to the plugins list. And so from here, we need to scroll down and find Manage WP Worker. And you'll see right here the link that says connection management. And so this is what we're gonna be using. And all we gotta do is copy this key right here. And then we're gonna go back to the website and paste it right here. And that's it. Now we're gonna click on add website. Okay, and then after you add your website, you should be taken to a dashboard that looks like this. And anytime you want to add another website to your Manage WP account, you can go over here and click on the plus button and do the exact same process that we just did. Again, you just put in the URL and then you download the plugin and take the code again, and then you can add as many websites as you want. And so we can go over here to the websites tab, and if you click on it, you'll see all of the websites that you have linked up to your Manage WP account. And right now, we only have the one. It's Deliver Your Site, which is deliveryoursite.com. If you ever want to edit it, you'll just click on it. You'll see your entire dashboard, and you'll notice that we've got the updates button right here. And so it's automatically live synced to my website. And if we go back to my dashboard, you'll see I do have an update ready to go. And so what I can do is I can actually have it update this plugin from my Manage WP dashboard. We'll click on update right here. And now it seems that everything is up to date. So I just wanted to show you guys that Manage WP is activating this website. And so I can go over here and refresh the page, and you'll notice that the update is now gone. We don't have any more to do. Just to prove to you guys, it actually does modify your website, which is pretty cool. And you can do everything from here. I'd actually recommend paying for this. You'll see it starting at $2 a month and $1 a month. So if you want uptime monitors or backups or some of these other features that they offer, you'll have to pay for the premium version rather than just using the free version to keep them up to date or whatever. But I personally would recommend using this service a lot because you do have access to be able to update, do backups, optimization, a whole bunch of stuff without even having to log into their website. Pretty cool if you ask me. And so that's how you can sign up for Manage WP. You guys can always log into this website whenever you need and go into your account. Now that that's done, we can close out of these two tabs and go back to our WordPress dashboard just like this. All right, guys, so step number 7 is how to draft the final email that you're gonna send to your client. And so I actually have a template of the email that you guys need down in the description of this video. So all you have to do is copy and paste it into your Gmail. So let's go ahead and do that right now. I'm gonna open up my email over here. And then from here, I'm gonna click on compose. And again, you copy and paste it from the description. So I'm going to paste it right here, and let's go ahead and make this full screen so you guys can see it just like that. So from here, what you're going to do is obviously the recipient is going to be your client's email. So you would say, your client at example.com. I'm just going to send it to myself just so you guys have, the example, of course. All right. And so you've got the client's email right here. And then the subject line, what I would do is literally make it your domain name. And so deliveryoursite.com dash, and then you guys could put your company name or something like that. Just like this. But anytime they see, deliveryyourwebsite.com, they're going to know it's about the website that you're building for them. So that's pretty cool. And then I made it really easy for you guys. All you got to do is just insert the client name right here. So dear, John Doe, your website is complete, up and running and ready to go. You can now view your website at, and then you want to paste your domain name right here. So we can actually go ahead and do that if we want to. Control or Command C, and we'll come in here and we're going to say, let's see, we'll highlight this part right here, Control V. There we go. And then right here, it says your website is ready and up and running for you. You guys can now view it at, and then here's the link. So make sure you copy and paste your website link right here. And then we're going to tell them how to log into their website. And so we'll tell them to open a new tab on their browser, type in, again, you have to paste the domain name right here. So deliveryoursite.com/wp-admin. Because again, if you guys do that, by the way, deliveryyourwebsite.com, just like this, that is how you're supposed to log into the website every single time you want to make changes to it. But again, since I'm already logged in on this tab, it's just going to immediately log me into this website here. So you're telling them that this is how they log into their website. And then the login credential details, or, for your login screen, is going to be, make sure you put in the username and password for their admin account that you created for them. And then we're also going to list out all of the different users that they put on their site. So if they asked you in the, the details of this project to create 3 users, one admin account, which is for them, and then maybe 2, contributor accounts for their 2 employees or something like that. If I were you, I would put out each one of their usernames and passwords, because this is going to the owner of the website. And so I think it's fair that they have access to everyone's accounts if they need it. So this is where I would put in the usernames and passwords for every user on there. And then from here, we've got how to edit and manage your website with the video tutorial. And so your video link is going to be right here. So what you would do is you would delete this, and that Loom video that you guys created, when you have that link to share, you would paste it right here. And so that's pretty simple for you guys. And then there's also a section on your dashboard where you guys can drop an email anytime you have a question. And that's referring to your client dashboard right here, where you have your email ready to go if they want to talk to you. And then we can talk about the cPanel access for their hosting package. And so this is how they log into their Hostinger account. Because I'm assuming you guys are going to be using like Hostinger, because every video on my tutorial is explaining how Hostinger is the best hosting provider in my opinion. But whatever you guys use, you want to make sure that you list it out right here. So the username and password, and then maybe even tell them a URL of where to go. So maybe it's the login page for Hostinger or for HostGator or whoever you guys are using. And then you've got right here, did you buy a maintenance package? And so if so, there's no need to worry. I'm going to be editing and doing all the maintenance in the background on Manage WP. And so they don't need to know that it's Manage WP, but you get the idea. You're letting them know that you're going to take care of it. Now, if they didn't do the maintenance package, you could always just completely delete this section like this and just remove it. And then feel free to leave me a review. So hopefully you guys have your own website built where you have your portfolio, where you show off all of the websites that you've built in the past. And so this is where you would put your personal website URL, your freelance website. That way they can go on and they can create an account on your website and leave a review or a testimonial or something like that. And then other than that, just make sure you put in your name, your email, your website, and your phone number. And so that is the professional email that you're going to be sending at the very end when you're delivering the website to the client. So now that you know the full process of delivering a website to your clients like a pro, check out this video right here to learn how to quit your 9-to-5 job and go full-time with web design. I cover the exact steps needed to make web design your full-time job. I'll see you guys there.